It is showtime.
Happy New Year, everybody. We're a little
Happy
late.
2022 viewers. We have exactly 0 viewers at this moment.
Well, that's fine. We probably aren't even live and don't even realize it. We've told
We
people,
are. I know what I'm doing. Well, viewers at home, welcome.
Once again, Wineboy is not with us.
Once again, Wineboy has ditched us for his family and their anniversary. It's a very happy occasion, viewers. Don't get concerned. I know that Wineboy has been absent of the past few times, and all of you are saying, is Cecil running the show again? And he is.
Say thoughts and prayers, Sureg'ay, because that is the case. Wineboy's fine, but hey, we can't do a show without wine, so we aren't able to say, "Oh, Wineboy," so we're gonna need help from. Ready?
Yep. Oh, wine bitch.
Okay.
Oh,
look who's here. Viewers, we want to welcome to the show our very special guest host, aka Wine Bitch. She is
She's drinking out of a coffee mug. She's like Polk County. And it's broken. She probably fell down the stairs.
It's true. It's true. It's okay, though.
Well, she doesn't mind showing off her beautiful face.
I'll just pretend it's...
Well, it's beautiful. I will say that. I mean, if as you know, I am a huge admirer of women. And if I was single, I would hit that like a pinata. That's probably inappropriate. But oh well, we don't have an HR department.
That's nice.
You got that right.
Single, and I wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
On that note,
with this mustache, I'll bring you some candy.
They don't call me Wine Bitch for nothing.
You too. Right. It is a little pervy on the mustache front. But we have to get to our introduction, so shall we say this together?
Let's do it. Let's just roll it out. Don't try to wait for each other. It never works. Live
from the internet. It's hot topic. Oh my god, that was terrible.
Hot Topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay. Wineboy.
Oh my goodness. The comments are rolling in. People love Wine Bitch already, are calling her Rosie for some reason I'm not aware of. And our viewers...
So rude. They think everyone looks...
I get that a lot. She's my cousin.
I
from
see.
West Virginia.
I see. You're identical cousins, like in that Parent Trap movie?
Yeah, exactly.
That's huge.
That old show. We're getting lots of comments on the stash, Sureg'ay.
Oh, good.
I'm going to have to explain.
I'm like an Uber driver. I'm offering rides. Gross. I almost threw up in my own mouth. Well, did you all drink already on the show?
I might have taken a sip. I'm sorry. It's just luck. Like...
Was I not supposed to be drinking? Because
I haven't sipped yet.
Almost empty.
Well, typical wine.
It's in her name. She is the Wine Bitch.
I'd like to say hello to all the viewers and raise a glass. Let's get right to it. And cheers. Like a chime from church.
Ding. I don't have the chimer.
Well,
that's Wineboy's got the timer.
It.
Bing,
I mean, it only took us a
ding,
year with wine. Bong, bong, bong. Well, ladies and gentlemen, might we remind you, you might be distracted by my stash, but Cecil apparently is also, and he's running the show. And oh boy, this is going to be one of those rides.
We are in for a treat, viewers.
I forgot to sit after all that.
Well, first of all, let's connect with our comments and our viewers. We have S.J. Lomas, our favorite author, in the house. She She is now a viewer from the YouTubes. You might also know her, aka
I forgot.
as Alana Oxford, aka Marian Librarian. She has lots of aliases. I do believe she's running from the law.
Probably.
And then, of course, Chris Congdon.
I would believe that.
I cannot. We're having technical issues in the Cash App department, but so we're just going to have to send money, and we're going to send us a smoke signal and let us know we got it, because it keeps crashing. So I don't know. It's probably just weighted down with dollars. Anyways,
Probably.
you can start the new year outright and donate to your favorite SPCA, us.
Pretty much.
Thank you in advance for your donations and tips.
And then, of course, Chris Congdon is here. Sue Christian is here.
Wineboy, don't
Lou
forget
and Jenner.
Cecil, I just complimented you. I called you Wineboy.
Because I'm so on
so that my producer can see them.
Oh, right.
There. See?
Here's one. Is that a real mustache?
Okay. Well, we're
There's
way
one
past
right there.
What is this?
Jeff Perry. Jeff Perry is yes, that is SJ Lomas he's referring to as our author.
Well, I know who
watching on look at Gail Blackmore watching on YouTube and the Facebook. Exciting.
Gail. Well, she sounds tipsy already. How do you do both? And I'm not talking about sex. I don't know how
she probably has two browsers open. Let's see who else is here. Sean Armstrong is here from Chicago.
Oh, blah blah blah. Sean Armstrong. It's freezing at my producer's house here in New Jersey.
It's 14 degrees.
Well, it's 13 here. Sorry to one down here.
It feels very cold in this kitchen as well because our freezer is open right now.
I figured it was either a Chihuahua eating wings or your producer's producer coming in the kitchen like Archie Bunker. Hello, diaper.
Gail Blackmore.
Let me see who.
Nikki Holloway Bush.
Thank you.
Okay, you already
Holloway Bush is
Nikki.
commenting.
Oh, and by the way, happy belated birthday to Nikki Holloway Bush. She just celebrated a big one.
She did.
That was like a few days ago or a week ago, but you know how COVID is. You can't remember if it was 3 months ago. But from now on, we will no longer be wishing future birthdays because Cecil killed Betty White.
It's true. We blame you.
I will not take responsibility for that.
Well, we have video, and the FBI is going to be.
We kind of have evidence to support.
Yeah. So we would like to wish Betty White 3 days ago a very happy 100th birthday. She would have made it if we hadn't tried to wish her a happy birthday, and then Cecil put a hex on her.
You know, fun
wish it were
fact
that
about
easy.
Betty White, though, I did read that she lived through 24 leap years, which added like a week and 4 days or something onto her life. So she technically lived like 100 years and 7 days. So she actually did make it to 100 years.
Well, she damn sure did a good job. And she was kicking, right up to the last minute. So good for her. That's the way I always say. My producer always says, he's not going to retire. He's going to work like Betty White until he dies. So
let me ask you this.
To get the career started like Betty White, that'd be nice.
Sergey, if you were to pass and on your birthday you wanted a bunch of people to make a charitable donation to certain organizations or whatnot, what would it be?
Well, I agree with Betty White. I'm a big animal lover, and I would love that on my birthday for donations to always go to animals.
I agree. I love animals more than people, so my money goes to them.
100%. I would much rather sit and have a conversation with the Chihuahua.
I bet that most people kiss and say "I love you" to their dogs or cat? Well, probably more dogs because cats can't even come around. They're
My
like,
cat loves it. Thank you very much.
Are you a cat girl, wine bitch?
I am. I am a crazy cat bitch.
Did she let you pet her pussy?
How? Oh my goodness!
I pet a lot
does
of
your pussy
pussies
let
in
you
their
pet
time.
it?
All the time.
How many cats would you say are in your possession?
Currently 4.
Oh my God! What is this, Gremlins? What are you, Polly Holiday?
Did you get one? Did you get one wet after midnight or something?
They're a lot easier. I feel like dogs are like 2-year-olds that just don't grow up.
Well, you're about to get
Facts.
married. Good luck.
These
You're
are
about to have a
facts.
puppy. Well, I was going to make a statement more or less with an exclamation point and a question mark, kind of like how I text a lot. But I bet that most people kiss and say I love you more to their dogs than they do to their significant other, asking for a friend. And that's
This
fine.
is probably true. I will say Chris Kong.
Don't touch me. To your dog.
Not to a chihuahua.
No.
Never.
And not to a schnoodle.
I'm never like, I'm too tired.
And every day they come to greet you when you come home from work or, filming on $1 million sets, whatever.
When the dog comes up, I'm never like, my leg doesn't go there in that direction.
I know. I never say to I never say to a significant other, you want to go outside? Gotta go
You want to go poo-poo outside? You want to go poo-poo in the yard? I've tried to get my producer's partner to go poo-poo in the yard. It does not work.
I've never actually had to say to my dog, can you help me pick up the dog poop out of the yard, please, once in a while?
What does it just
mine
do
always
it
eats her own.
Oh, God. Well, on that note, it's time for a new segment. So we've got.
Well, we're not done. We're not quite done yet because I would like to point out, if I may, that Chris Congdon has also joined us for the first time in a while. He has a Thursday evening free, and he is saying that for his charitable donation on his birthday, he would like his donations to go to Grindr because Grindr is also full of animals.
Lots of bears.
And I don't. Lots of bears.
He's just trying to get a monthly. He's just trying to get more access and I forgot the word I was looking for.
That free membership.
So, folks, I just want to say Cash App alert, but there's a technical difficulty apparently, and it just is spinning on the old iPad. I can see they're there. I know Chris Congdon sent $15.69, and then it crashed the app. So I don't know what happened.
Oh my goodness!
What's going to happen?
Cash App alert!
We will certainly say if I could get it to pull up. Anyways, so Cash App, thank you so much for your Cash Apps, donations. I'll end up probably just buying a new iPad.
Ding ding ding!
Technology. I don't know. I tend to have a gremlin in this house with technology and Wi-Fi. I'm sure I'll get cut out of this StreamYard live show at some point tonight, like usual, when Cecil's running.
And of course, you'll blame me for it.
I just did. I was preempting as if you're getting ready to have a 100th birthday. Well, cool. Well, thank you. Any other people suggestions on donations other than Grindr? Wine Bitch,
I haven't.
To go to.
Well, I haven't seen any other organizations that people would like to donate to upon their posthumous demise birthday. But I think that's a good question. So, viewers, you've passed. It has come to your birthday, so posthumously, what organization or thing? What did you think it meant?
Well, I saw when your producer posted it on Facebook, and I was gonna go Google it, and I figured you were just digging a hole because you were trying to get out of killing Betty White.
That's an SAT word.
Viewers, Listen,
Well, look, it's a big word, and my producer's from Polk County, and he never told me what it was. So
it means after death.
I know that now. Thank you. I feel like I'm on the electric company.
You're welcome. You could go on Jeopardy or something.
We'll get to that later. Cash apps, pain in my ass.
So, Sergey, what is on our list of hot topics to discuss? We've been on the show for 15 minutes, and we only have 15 minutes.
Well, I'm so happy you asked, because my producer has handed me these notes, and we've got to get to hot topics. Unfortunately, it can't go without talking about.
Top of the bat. Right off the bat. No, go.
You just work on that, and I'll work on speaking about it real fast. It is the 20th of January, and it's been 1 year now since Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have taken office. Although it's not been the most successful so far of things. I mean, they've done a lot of things, but people are just dragging them through the coals right now. But it is sure a relief after the last 4 years of chaos we had. So
I'll say
it's been 1 year.
This 1 year of like
they're not perfect.
Stumbling.
And I'll
stumbling around.
Look, I'm still willing to give them plenty of chances, but we gotta work on some of them Democrats and you know who. So what are your thoughts, Wine Bitch, on the first year of the president?
I mean,
that's enough. Okay. And then no, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I voted for Biden because he was against Trump. I don't think I was particularly excited.
Not too jazzed.
No, I mean it was like, shopping at the Halloween store for a new president. No, I mean, and that's the point that that does get aggravating when you have all of these candidates at one point. Why am I sounding like Moira from Schitt's Creek all of a sudden? Candidates, John.
The baby.
The baby. And yet we got an old man for president. But I hate to say this on this show, but good Lord, I don't know if he'll make it another 4 years, whether he's voted for or not.
I don't think that, personally, I feel like they'll maybe try to put somebody a little more appealing. Yeah.
I'm going to throw this out there. I agree.
It'll definitely be, we need to see what happens at the midterms, because if we just end up getting like a bunch of Republicans in at that point, or if we lose that, critical majority, which it's almost like we don't even have a majority because of Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. You want a conspiracy theory? Sure. I think they're undercover Republicans.
Well, they sure as hell seem like it.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it doesn't get any more obvious than yesterday when they
plants.
Sleeper Republicans.
Well, it's really a shame because
they were like activated with like a code word. Like they suddenly said infrastructure, and they were like things went activate Republican.
Destroy nation.
I think that's exactly what happened.
I
am not far off. Look at this. Gail Blackmer is backing my conspiracy theory right here.
Well, correct, Jeff Perry. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a complete dud. Infrastructure bill passed the first year. Granted, they had to change some things around and fix it. But that's the thing. They're going to have to change a few things around. And, they gave them the opportunity and got it on record, which was a point of forcing them to the vote. Because we got a sticker statement.
We got a sticker statement coming our way. Sergey, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, because yes, you were reading out Jeff Perry's comment. Joe Biden does know how to be a politician. Trump was making all these promises that he could not fulfill, also because he didn't give a shit. He was just trying to stay out of jail. But this is a sticker statement from Marion Librarian, a.k.a. S.J. Lomas.
I think Kofifi
was
the activation code. Sticker statement. As soon as Louis DeJoy gets his act together, I'm sure he'll send it to you. Speaking of, we know there's a couple of prizes, and I just want to say the prizes from our last show, I think they went out, I'm trying to think, they went out tomorrow, and our producer was like, I can't help it if Louis DeJoy is in charge of the mail. It could be lost, but they'll be on their way. But in true Hot Topics tradition, it takes a little while. We have things to do after we sober up. That's a sticker moment. Right. I thought it was sticker statement. Who changed that?
I didn't change it. Well,
then that was stupid. Maybe we first came up with that. So it's a sticker statement. So
all right.
Well, I'll write it down, and then we'll eventually send it to her in the year 2023. Sticker statement. Okay, so those are in Hot Topics. We're talking about. So then, Mansion and Cinema Enema. That's her new name, Enema. But then yesterday, Moscow Mitch, in a statement, in a press conference, said that African Americans are voting in just as high numbers as Americans. So in other words, there it is, folks. He considers American as white. And then someone went on Twitter, and I thought this was brilliant. They said, whites are the only thing that isn't hyphenated. Think about it. There's no white American or American American. That's American, which is not right. It's African American is what they do, hyphen American. You know, everything else is referred to with a hyphen. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. So Mitch McConnell refers to Americans are white. That's
interesting.
His little racist card fell out of his mouth, out of his turtleneck.
It fell right out.
Look, I'm Mitch McConnell.
All right, listen, that was really good. I am having a Chihuahua emergency, so I'm going to step away for a mere moment. Viewers, my apologies.
Get ready, wine bitch. It's me and you.
A Chihuahua
emergency.
Fine.
Are you going to beat your dog?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well,
I don't have cat emergencies ever, except maybe when they're throwing it.
Because they don't come out of the cupboards. And mine is so smart. He just handles everything on his own, even pays his own bills. And our bills, actually. He probably makes more money than my producer. So also what was going on, Wine Bitch, was, and for viewers at home, what's up? I mean, how far away are we, do you think, from Putin actually invading Ukraine? I mean, it seems like it's pretty close.
Yeah, it seems like it's right around the corner.
Well, and on that topic of Biden, he had a press conference yesterday, which, correct me if I'm wrong, someone stated that it was on the Twittergrams that it was the longest presidential press conference in history of presidents. So I don't know. I don't know if that was sarcasm or if it actually was a note, but that's for the people at home to Google, not me. But he did slip up and misquote. And he's been playing catch up, and his whole staff has been in crisis mode trying to fix everything today. When he made a point of like, well, they're probably going to go in at any time, and kind of made it sound like he was going to let it at first. And he had to come back and state that is not going to happen. So we'll see. I just think it's so tough when you have to put your foot down, or as the old days, like when Obama did a line in the sand, that was one thing. But then you know, politics and countries, it's all about bluffing. I mean, hello, Game of Thrones, real life.
Yeah, you just have to wonder when somebody's going to call a bluff, you know?
Well, exactly, which is what he's got to do. And hey, at least it's not, you know, at least we don't have a president that's like, hey, you want to have lunch?
Yeah.
Let's watch those old.
Want to make out?
Yeah. Want to make out? I really praise you and think you're a great dictator. I want to be one just like you one day. Don't miss that. Well, anyways, that's enough about hot topics. So what's going on in Orlando? How's the COVID down there?
Running rampant as everywhere.
Cecil's got himself on mute, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to talk to us.
Anyway.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Crisis averted.
Well,
listen,
anyway.
Sometimes what happens at this hour is my producer goes to bed. And then the Chihuahuas at that moment decide we must pee right now. And I'm
well, too bad they're not a cat. They wouldn't interrupt the show because they'd still be in the cupboards right now. So, by the way, in honor,
get one of them and show you how loving and amazing they are because you have a stereotypical view of them.
Sure.
Are you gonna bring a cat into the picture?
Oh my God!
I could. Don't.
If you lean back, I'm gonna puke. You better have pants on, lady. In honor of our threesome, and you're joining us, my bitch. My producer chose Menage a Trois today.
How lovely!
Anyways, it's delicious, much more than the real Menage a Trois, I'm sure. But and also on Menage a Trois theme, we were telling you that Wineboy is off. It is his anniversary, 4 years, and that's him making. Oh, I mean,
Did we just show it? Did we just show Wineboy's identity?
You did
that.
But his face was attached to another face, so maybe people didn't notice.
He had a mask on in this picture. But look at that one.
Now you're getting
You're
getting a big fingerprint right on his face.
Trust me, it's not the first time my fingers have been in his mouth.
I'll say. Yes, Marion Librarian wants to know.
Wineboy, I'd like to wish you well, and I want you to honor your wife. Get on her and stay on her. Cheers.
Yeah, to love, eternal glory, and all that.
Well, anyway,
Luann Jenner did not like any of that.
What?
Listen, our viewers are curious about the stash.
Coming soon. My producer is producing
I
things.
didn't say, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
wasn't talking about you, Wine.
Forget what I said.
Yeah, could you wax it, wine bitch?
Listen.
I mean,
I've had a long
day.
We really need Wineboy to keep us on track because this is just fluttering.
This is true. We have talked about one thing and we've been going for 27 minutes.
Well, we talked about hot politics and we moved on while you were picking up pee in the yard. I mean, poop or whatever you're doing.
What were you discussing?
So there was some court cases that went through as we're checking off the list. The Supreme Court denied Trump's request, and the January 6th committee is now going to get the records from January 6th. So, and update, they're already in their hands, some of them. Eric Trump's phone records were subpoenaed. They already have those. Guilfoyle,
Rudy Giuliani was
subpoenaed.
Oh my God.
I mean, shit's heating up. I mean, it's like, get your popcorn and your wine.
They're trying to get Ivanka to testify, and
well,
I thought it was nice that they asked her nicely, and then they'll be like, but if you don't, bitch.
I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah.
We're way past the point of let's let you volunteer if you would like. No, fucking A. Volunteering was a year ago. You've had time to volunteer and say, look, it was the wrong thing. I'm going to come forward and tell you. But now I need to be asked to volunteer.
I kind of am a little irritated with, how not aggressive they're being with this.
Well,
considering how terrible this was and how
Can I just say one thing?
Allowed to happen again.
Absolutely.
Listen, here's the thing. It never occurred to any American. I can assure you that not a single American thought that anyone would ever try to overthrow our government. Ever. So
but that's why they
this-
have the guns to overthrow the government. That's
I thought
their
that
whole
was to get
argument.
away the COVID. Keep that away.
No, that's
I'm just saying,
drinking tea.
this is why everybody's being so nice and handling this with kid gloves, because nobody knows how to approach it. It's literally like if somebody came into your house and was, just started to smash everything in your home.
You mean like take a tour of it and just visit it?
Just, come through on a Saturday afternoon or Tuesday afternoon and just sort of trash the place.
I mean, how
But
many
that's what I'm
times
saying.
how many times have you gone to Disney and shit in the corner?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
that's what they did.
This year? Or
And there we go. The DOJ knows they cannot have a single misstep. So they're moving really, really slowly and making sure. This right here, Rudy Giuliani is guilty of organizing fake electors. He is in deep doo-doo. You are correct. But I also just think that like it never occurred to anybody that this would happen here. So we're ill prepared for it happening. So everyone's being like,
I do enjoy the irony that these Republican Trump supporters are now getting in trouble with gun violations and things when they go home. Like they're felons now. So the government took their guns.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
They manifested what they were afraid of.
I will say part of it with the kit gloves is that look what we went through for so long with the Mueller investigation, and then that fell short, obviously. Granted, the cards were stacked against with the DOJ and the former president. I think that's also why they want to go very slow, because mark my word, I mean, you could have 60 subpoenas right now, and you could have 60 indictments, and you could have 60 people go to jail or more, which is going to happen. But one little misstep, and they are going to pounce on that and be like, see, fake and witch hunt and everything else. And it's like, but you just had 1,000 people go to jail for tourism. Anyways, so I
got that one right.
I just really like that Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney are on that, because if they weren't, we'd already be done, I guarantee you, because we just thank God we have them. And it is, look, the other Republican senators and Congress people are scared to death. And speaking of scared to death, guess who should be? Matt Gaetz, because his girlfriend just
got immunity.
Was granted immunity to testify. So
you don't,
Matt Gaetz,
and you don't grant immunity for nothing.
And she is scorned as fuck.
Yeah. So Matt
she
Gaetz,
is scorned AF.
I can't wait to watch that mofo go to jail, because I can't wait. God. Sizzle Sazzle on that one also. Speaking of child molesters, Prince Andrew has just had a shitty week also, and rightfully so.
Seriously, I wish we had a picture of Matt Gaetz.
I'll play him a little tune on my violin.
Hold on one second. There we go. Sorry, one bit.
Twitter's gone. He's been stripped of his military duties, and he's forget it. Once the Queen is done with you, and by the way, by the by, he was considered her favorite son. Imagine that.
Well, Lucifer was God's favorite.
Good point.
Well, I mean, it's like, that to me right there is ample like evidence that he was all those Epstein allegations are correct. Because she would have been like step up her lips, stand by your whatever, until proven guilty.
Years. They've been protecting and hiding it for years, and now it's just there's no way. Oh, good God, I'm stripping you of your Twitter and your Your duties is military. This is a good queen, I know.
That was really good.
There's a joke there, that's for sure. Sir Sean Armstrong's gonna knock that one out of the park since. So anyways, that's enough of that. So we only have 15 more minutes, folks. So don't forget to keep in mind.
That's true.
Cecil,
do you remember when he was kind of?
Because it looks like you're bored with the show.
I'm not bored with the show, but I do want to point out that he was actually kind of a good-looking dude back in the day.
Well,
Prince
I know
Andrew.
you're not talking about Prince Charles because he came out of the womb looking like a horse.
No, look at this though. I'm trying to like pull him out of the internet
but
at the moment.
Prince William was also the hot one in his youth, and now
I know he got the horse thing too.
He just that's what inbreeding does.
What?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, right. No, I thought Harry was the affair.
Harry is the redheaded stepchild. I don't think
of the horse trainer, no doubt. Did you all see? By the by, speaking of the royals, what was the musical? I forgot, but it was really good. I wasn't going to watch it. It was about Princess Diana.
Oh yeah, Diana.
And then it was supposed to come out on Broadway. Then COVID happened, and they did it on Netflix. I know Gail Blackmer, one of our fine viewers, recommended it to our producer, and producer was like, "I'm not watching that." And then 5 minutes into it, the producer actually put his phone down for once, and it was very enjoyable. My producer was pleasantly surprised.
Did you watch it?
My producer watched it, and it was wonderful.
Interesting.
Highly recommend it. You will think you wouldn't like it, but I learned a lot. And that's where I learned that the red-headed horse trainer did Diana and out-popped Harry. Never knew that.
Harry is good looking.
I used to be in love with his brother when I was like 13. And now I'm all Harry.
All Harry.
We told you about waxing that lip.
About the waxing.
Hold on, I'm about to lose my power and get kicked out of the show.
You're losing your power.
Well, God. Hold on.
Technical what is happening over here?
This new year is not going well for my technology.
You're not wrong, Jeff Perry. You are not wrong.
Anyways, wow.
Well, Chris Congdon is also wild about Harry. Sue Christian, poor Charles got pulled out by his ears.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people that like to have their ears held on to. Hello, Chicago.
There you go. Look at. Are we telling Shane Armstrong's business?
Oh, I didn't mention any names. I just said people in Chicago like their ears to be warmed, apparently, and their mouths muzzled. Anywho, well, we've got to get on from all of those politics and stuff. There's been lots of things going on, and women have been getting some major achievements this past few weeks here.
True.
So we have to get to our segment, as you know.
Yeah.
YGG.
Hold on. Here we go. Are we ready for it?
You better work.
We're totally going to be flagged for that one.
That's all right. At least we're getting some. At least it's another viewer. The red flag alerts from YouTube or whoever they are. So you go, girl. Our first one is the marathon runner Kira D'Amato. She breaks the marathon record in Houston. Kira D'Amato runs 2 hours, 19 minutes, 12 seconds to win the Houston Marathon and break Dina Castor's 16-year-old American record. One of the most incredible stories in distance running history. she took essentially 7 years off in the middle of her career. She had a baby, and now at 37 years old, now owns an iconic American record. So, Kira D'Amato, you go, girl. So,
did she lug those 2 kids with her the whole time?
she crossed the finish line. She just went and spit them out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that.
And who else is on our You Go Girl list?
So I don't know if you folks at home have been watching, but my producer is now considered the elderly. He watches a lot of Jeopardy lately because it's cold out. But You Go Girl goes to Amy Schneider, who is now on Jeopardy. And she's the 3rd winningest so far and still going. And tonight, our producer was watching it, and she had over $40,000 going into Final Jeopardy, and then bet $20,000 and won. She walked away with like it was like $70,000 tonight. So she's now at 1 million and maybe a 250, somewhere around there. She's winning like
$1 million.
Yeah.
Do you know like what it was? Ken Jennings was the highest.
Ken Jennings is the highest. Then
and now he's the host, right?
Correct. After the one guy had racial issues.
Hired himself and then had to fire.
Yeah, hired himself. He was the executive producer, and then that didn't go well. So, anyways, yeah. But so she's
fair trade, I guess.
She's in the top 5 now. She's the third highest winner of Jeopardy, and obviously, let's put her picture back up because I don't know if you got the. I think every gay man that's watching Jeopardy just can't wait for her to get off stage and just go at her with a hairdryer and some hairspray.
I just want to judge her hair. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the pearl necklace, so whoever.
I speaking as a woman myself, I completely understand not being able to style your hair. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
You need a good gay in your haystack, or whatever the saying is. I don't know, Cecil. You're the champion.
That is the common phrase.
Girls,
I need a gay in my hay. I need a gay in my haystack.
Well, if you'd shave, you wouldn't have that saying. But I mean, let's call it like it is. I would like to give her credit. Also, she is transgender, and she is kicking ass. And so, I think a strong point to make, and I'm sure there's people making horrible comments on Twitter and everything else, and I'm sure there's some probably GOP Congress people making horrible comments also, because the old saying where they always bring it up, they're like, well, she shouldn't be playing in men's sports or whatever. This has nothing to do with gender. It's all about her brains, and she's smart as hell no matter what she started out as, and who cares? She's happy and she's smart as shit.
I'm reading Jeff Perry's comment, and it says she got robbed at gunpoint. I actually read about that because she lives in like Oakland, California, or something. It happened like a couple weeks back.
It was a couple of weeks ago. It was actually I was before the new year, but the episode she talked about it in was in the new year, and yeah, she got robbed at gunpoint. I guess like
did they think? Do you think that they knew she was the lady from Jeopardy?
Well, it's not like she looks like.
Her episode's already aired.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. She's on her like 35th or 6th episode, something like that. So I'm sure.
She's not going to get paid for like a year. So
it's like winning. It's like she won a prize on Hot Topics. She'll get it in a year.
True. It's very true. And this is the taxes.
I'm pretty sure you fell down the stairs while drinking out of that cup. Wine bitch.
She's gonna win $1 million, and it's gonna have its handle taken off.
Wait till she pays those new GOP taxes. Anyway, so you go, girl. That was those 2 of them this week. So congratulations to all you bitches. Anyways,
well, hold on. Does this fall under the You Go Girl category right here? I may be jumping ahead, but
probably. Oh, well, kinda, but that's all right. We'll talk about it now that it's up. Kind of like. So this is actually a real thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we found on the internet. It was titled YOLO, but Cecil apparently thinks that means you go girl.
Oh.
Typical. So Amazon was selling Oscar Mayer bologna inspired masks, and they did sell out. They sold out. So I don't know. I mean, Cecil, do you prefer bologna or wieners on your face?
Whatever
You're behind
covers the
us,
most
though.
area. Whatever covers the most area.
Do a triple shot. Do that other shot so we can have wine bitch in the middle. And
Oh,
Or-
not in the middle. On the side.
Cecil's running the show. We rehearsed this, but
Wine
oh
bitch
well.
on the
Oh,
side.
there we go. So wine bitch, have you ever bought a bologna mask?
That was so much easier than I thought it was supposed to be.
No, the only
And you
mask
still screwed
that-
it up.
I did buy one of those like face masks before though. But this is how terrible I am at being a girl. I put it on my face and I completely forgot that I had ordered tacos. And the delivery man showed up and I had to answer the door with this like weird
sounds
Did
like
you
a
look like one of those like
Android skin
serial
wrap.
killer?
Yeah, no, it was the Silence of
Was
the
it like
Lamb.
one of
Yeah.
the clear ones that look like
Mm-hmm.
makes you look like
And,
Mason
yeah.
Berger
And then I had to try to eat the taco with the mask on.
with the face mask
was-
on?
Yeah, which little hints
Was
of
it a guacamole mask?
and- No, it was like a honey eucalyptus like cleansing. I don't know what it was.
Do your
I
animals
thought it
ever
was
look at
in,
you?
like a care package?
Were they
my
trying to
producer-
like? Were your cats trying to lick your face?
No, they don't eat eucalyptus.
They don't, and coincidentally they live in the same cupboard as her clay mask bottle. They're
They
like,
don't live in cupboards.
yes,
they
they
are
do. All cats
out
do.
and very social creatures. Okay.
Oh, sure. Well,
I
I
don't
haven't
believe
seen
it.
one yet.
I
We've
don't
been on
buy
the air for
Don't make
2
me bring my
hours.
pussy on this. Don't make me bring my pussy over here.
it. We won't.
I will do
I'm
it.
gonna swallow that with some wine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Go
Do
ahead.
your animals look at you funny when you have a clay mask? Cecil, do you ever wear a clay mask? My producer wears
I've
one.
never had.
You never
Really?
had a clay mask?
I've never had a clay mask.
You've never. Oh my god! What kind of a gay man are you? Uh-oh, interference.
What was that?
He was.
Ah!
Someone said Kofifi, and then he sounded like a robot and said, "I'm Republican."
I'm Republican now.
Wait, so Cecil, as a gay man, you've never had a clay mask? You've
Mm-mm.
never worn a clay mask?
Have you worn a pearl necklace though?
Oh,
Only once.
wow. And you've been married for how long?
Who, me?
You're not married yet.
Anyways,
There's some jewelry in
You'll-
your future, that's for sure.
you'll find out.
Speaking of pearl necklaces, I'm
Chris
sure
Condon is admitting to a ball gag, but never a mask.
someone is getting a pearl necklace tonight on their anniversary.
You know that. You know that's for sure.
Anyway, so you go girls, all that, blah blah blah. Was there anything else you
What
wanted?
is next on our
John Henry,
list?
He sounds like a robot, which means because his producer studio is running the show, that his Wi-Fi is doing that, and it's never been Sureg'ay's.
Sue Christian right here.
When
at
you
that.
skin
Listen.
like Cecil, you don't need a clay mask.
Flawless.
Thank you,
Yeah, I had to
Sue
Put
Christian.
makeup on to be on this show today, you lucky bitches. Not having to do anything to your faces.
Well,
Well,
look, pedophile, no pedophile, no pedophile. It's all right.
Sergey,
There's more
our
comedy coming
viewers-
soon.
Our viewers are concerned about this mustache.
My
as
producer
are
had
your-
a call back, and he is on hold, so we can't shave it yet. And he thought in the meantime he'll make some comedy, which is going to be coming out this week. Some more spoof commercials. So
interesting.
I love how I'm talking about my producer, except I'm wearing the mustache.
Exactly.
It's too confusing to be this
Two people
wonderful.
I know.
Anywho, so in entertainment, there's been a lot going on, and unfortunately, entertainment is kind of a sad note. But let's start off.
No.
So obviously, we touched on Betty White passed away, and God bless her. But then also last week, Bob Saget passed away, which was shocking and out of the blue.
I was
getting a back
completely
kick leaning into my frame.
America's dad.
Not on my radar at all as somebody I would have to worry about.
Not at all. And neither was anyone. But I will say he was in Orlando and Cecil's in Orlando, so I kind of blame Cecil.
It's his fault.
But I will admit this. I'm sure everyone else. Cecil, I have to ask you a question. Or Wine Bitch, too. When you immediately heard Bob Saget died and they found him in a hotel room, what were your first thoughts?
I thought
very aggressive sex with a Russian prostitute that ended badly.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought that it had to have been something health related, heart attack or something, because I don't recall him ever having a serious drug issue or anything like that. So,
well, I agree with Chris Congdon. I will admit that my TMZ brain immediately was like, hotel room. Either he was strangled by kung fu sex.
Autoerotica.
Yeah, like what was his name? David Carradine. Didn't he die?
David Carradine, yeah.
So, but then I was like, drugs. I thought, oh God, I didn't realize he had a drug. Or I thought suicide. I thought, we didn't realize he was depressed like Robin Williams. I mean, all those things, because you hear hotel or Elvis, and then lo and behold, he had one of the greatest shows of his night. He tweeted that he just did a 2-hour set and didn't even realize that he had the most fun he's had in a long time. And then the security found him in case you don't know, he had texted his wife the night before and said about the great show. And then the next day he was supposed to be on the plane back to LA and then missed that flight. And they kept trying to contact him and they couldn't. So then the family called the hotel and sent security in to check on him, do a wellness check. And they found him. And the reports are that he was laying in bed. One arm was across his chest, sleeping like that. One was just down by his side. He was just laying there. No signs of struggle or anything. So he apparently had like a heart attack or a stroke.
Wouldn't he have some sort of assistant with him or like a wrangler? If you're a name like that, you're going to do a show. Wouldn't you have somebody there to be like 5 minutes to places, but Mr. Saget?
I don't know. I think just doing a stand-up at that point. I mean, he was just kind of it wasn't like it was a major.
Yeah, but I mean, even they don't just go by themselves. That's what I'm saying. Kathy Griffin always has somebody with her.
Well, not now. She's,
Oh, yeah.
She's making a comeback, though. But no, I don't know. I mean, it is a good point, Cecil. I didn't think about that, but I guess not because, you'd think they would have went in.
No,
I guess. I guess he's got a lot in common with my producer. He just
I guess not everybody travels with an entourage.
Yeah, not everybody has a Wineboy or a Cecil.
This is true.
Or a Wineboy.
And then poor Sidney Poitier has left us as well.
Yes.
Guess who is coming to?
Yeah, I know. Well, they would say
Andre Leon Talley. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yes.
Big fashion icon. Huh? He just recently passed away. He was like 71 or something. That was very sad.
There was this very hot actor who just died 2 days ago, who is a new show on Disney Plus coming out. A new Marvel show. He was like a second lead.
Yeah.
And
I
that
his name, but I know who you're talking about.
He's like a French actor.
Yes, he had a tree.
I honestly didn't know who he was until he died.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know who that was either. But
I didn't know who it was. And when his picture came up, I was like, how come I don't know who he is?
Oh God,
Yeah.
we only have 15 more minutes. We got a lot of things. We got to skip through.
We have like 5 more minutes.
Quickly, as our title said, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet have split up. So, Cecil, if you'll answer the phone behind you, I believe he is on the phone right now. Jason Momoa for me. I asked him to call,
Hello?
but I only give your number out on the internet.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Why, yes. You know, Sergey is all tied up at the moment. No, I'm afraid Wine Bitch is not available.
I am available. I'm totally available. Call me.
Wine Bitch is getting married in like 2 days.
No, it's a sham.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
See, she breaks things. Wow. See, typical cat.
Listen,
throwing things.
She's gonna break a mug.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. She's gonna break a mug and blame it on the mail.
Will you just ask Jason? Can I please have bottomless mimosas?
Sergey says he wants to be the bottom mimosa. So
hang up.
Also, yeah, we know. So you'll call me Jason Momoa?
He just
All
did,
right.
dumbass.
Sounds good. Yes, you did call me at this number. So I'll meet you at the Starbucks in 5 minutes. Mike.
So, unlike Bob,
I've got to go.
Obviously, I have people that will work for me. Thank you, Wine Bitch and Boy Bitch or Pool Boy, whatever you are.
Are you?
Anyways, we've got to get to Scarf Slap, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness,
okay.
Luann Jenner is hot for Jason Momoa as well.
There's a fire in the furnace of the
Jenner. My
Jenners.
birth certificate, Luann Jenner.
Luann Jenner wants to make Jason Momoa your stepdad.
A little late. Stuff her back in, like Prince Charles. All right, so we got to get to Scarf Slap tonight. We do have a few suggestions, but as you know, we love your suggestions more than ours.
Yes, viewers.
So, go ahead, fire them off. Who are your Scarf Slap? And don't act like you didn't know this was coming. So don't be like,
Exactly. You didn't look at the clock and realize that we got Scarf Slaps at this hour.
Yeah, trust me. I know Jeff Perry did because he said it was the longest 15 minutes of his life. So hopefully he was doing his homework and researching in his brain.
Exactly. People to Scarf Slap.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would like to Scarf Slap Vladimir Putin for A, for just ruining everybody's life. And B, for amassing an army to invade the Ukraine and possibly start World War III.
I know. I feel bad for my neighbor. He's going to invade her.
I know. And she's probably got family there.
She does. Actually, my producer had a chit chat with her, and she's very worried about that situation and basically said Putin is the devil. So I hope they didn't tap her phone because they're across the street.
Yeah.
Don't hit this.
I hope that they're not listening. All right, here we go.
All right, so Scarf Slap. This scares me because we're on YouTube. So they could totally find us.
Oh, we already have a Russian somebody watching in the comments. I don't know if you caught that one.
Oh, I missed the sex comments. Hi, Russian bot. Hi, Russian bot.
There.
Say hello to Eric and Donald Trump Jr. Okay.
Scarf
Slap.
Right there.
Putin. Scarf Slap.
Slap.
Always sport. And those are so right on when Wineboy's not here.
Who's on your list, Sergey? Oh, the Supreme Court.
I don't know. Ladies first.
Damn right, Jeff Perry,
Who?
for not mandating COVID vaccines for federal employees. Exactly. Thanks for another month of Omicron.
God, so many people have.
I mean, I'm torn. I'm happy with the Supreme Court for turning over those Trump documents, but yeah, it's shit like this where we're not taking public the greater good
I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm never going to get on an airplane ever again.
Well, if you'd stop carrying that pistol in your purse, they'd let you. I know it's really frustrating, and it isn't our fault. We're trying, folks, but
I got boosted. I suffered for a whole day.
This is where I get pissed. This is where I get pissed that the president, he's at least trying. He puts out Band-Aids and they're getting squashed. And then you want to be like, oh, well, Omicron's still around. So, keep in mind, people, Omicron is the whole world. It's not just America. So suck it, everybody. This is back to that whole point of people are better. Pets are better than people. So.
It's true.
Well, and speaking of, we might as well go to this person right here that we were queued up her picture. This Czech singer, who,
check, please.
Yeah, exactly.
She deliberately contacted COVID. There's a lot of people in America doing the same thing, and then she dies. And it's like, okay, what point did you prove?
Right.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Thanks for singing. Yeah. Thanks. So I'm going to lump in the Supreme Court because this is also information, along with the Supreme Court. Denying Trump records to go to the January 6th committee. The only justice that dissented was against it was Clarence Thomas. And his wife also wrote a letter saying that they should drop it and move on. So there's more to that story right there. So scarf slap Clarence Thomas and the entire Supreme Court for all of their malarkey.
There we go.
Such a dumb word. Scarf slap. One in the puss. That's what you're supposed to do, wine bitch. One in the puss.
All right, we got Sue Christian nominating Mark Meadows, Ivanka, all the fake electors. Yeah, there we go.
Let's do those. I agree, but let's give Ivanka, we're not giving her a chance, but let's see what she does on this voluntary information and all that. Sure. So we'll save those, keep those in your little 6-pack of beer, Sue Christian, because we did get the SCOTUS, so we did do one of your things. I would like to also scarf slap Cecil for killing Betty White.
How dare you?
How dare you kill Betty White? So, scarf slap Cecil. And one in the puss. Okay. Thank you for being a friend and not killing me.
We'll see. The night is young.
Did anyone
I
Google
feel like you need
Betty
to
White
mention,
on her birthday?
I feel like you need to mention people who deserve it a lot more if this is like your special power.
Oh, you're talking. I thought you meant that. I was like, Cecil deserves it.
I'm just saying.
Hey, did anyone Google Betty White on her birthday? And then see that
that was really nice.
Rose petals fell down, and I said, "Thank you for being a friend." I was like, Google, so clever. I'm glad I invented it.
Yes.
Well, that's 3 scarf slaps. Unless there's one more that you want, we have to get on the road because our producers and our sponsors will cut us off.
Well, we've got everybody wanting to scarf slap the volcano in Tonga. It's a pandemic, and we don't need eruptions. We don't need eruptions. So
we need elections, no insurrections, and no eruptions. So
exactly.
All right, scarf slap Tonga for shooting its load on the people of Hawaii.
But the volcano itself. And I'm wondering if that oiled up athlete from the Olympics is okay.
The one that Mike Pence was praising with his hands?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, he should be okay. If not, he looks like that lady that was eaten by a chimpanzee on the Oprah show. Okay, so here we go. That was years ago.
Here we go.
Angled her face. All right. Scarf slap. Tonga volcano. Okay, I think that's the first time we've ever scarf slapped a geography.
Mother Nature.
A thing of nature. Yeah.
Anyway.
I wanted to scarf slap the Grand Canyon at some point. Wait a minute. A naked football player, Lou Ann Jenner, We need more information.
You mean
Elaborate.
Obi? Oh God, what the hell's his name now? Obi.
The one that
Oh
took
my
off his
God,
shirt
I should
and
know
quit.
this.
The one who
The
quit the
Bucks,
Bucks.
I'm
And
drawing
is-
a blank.
is
I
that the
cannot
one
believe it.
No idea.
I think that's who she's
I
talking
don't
about.
follow sports balls.
Well, we try, but we're not very good at it. Anyways,
that
yeah,
who
he got
she's
smart
referring-
slapped. He also got fired. So,
He did get fired.
ladies and gentlemen, our sponsorship has worn out for tonight. And so we have to say goodbye. But before we do, I would like to say a special thank you to Wine Bitch for filling in for Wineboy.
Yes, wine bitch.
Thank you for having me. It's been a
Thank-
pleasure.
Well, it was like giving birth to a but we had you,
A little baby bird.
a little baby bird, and still never saw your pussy. Somewhere in a cupboard, you've got 6 or 4 of them, whatever you said.
Do you want to see one? I'll go grab one right now.
No, we're out of time. I don't need
Okay.
to see pussy. We'll definitely lose our sponsors. Cecil, what would you like to say before we go?
We are getting so many comments from our viewers that they love Wine Bitch.
Yay!
Yeah,
You like me. You really like me. And I appreciate
Wine,
that.
Wine Bitch was a big hit, y'all.
First time on the show, and you had a better backdrop than Cecil's had in 2 years.
Yeah, you know, I'm just good like that.
And lighting, and we can see your face. At this point,
Well-
Cecil, you might as well just open a refrigerator and light your face.
We have had such a great time. It is a new year, 2022. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It sounds very weird coming out
It's
of my
hard
mouth.
to say, isn't it?
That we are now living in the 20s.
Yeah.
That this is the 20s. That we're going to be looking back on this era and going, yeah, back in the 20s, and I'll be thinking of flapper girls and prohibition. And no, we're talking about COVID and idiots that won't put masks on.
Isn't it crazy that the 90s was 30 years ago?
Shut up.
I know. That one hurt. That one burned like syphilis.
That hurts. That hurts so bad. And these last 2 years have felt like simultaneously like nothing and also like the longest 2 years of my life.
Like the longest 2 years of our
It is
existence.
crazy. It's
And
crazy.
didn't happen at all.
Right.
Yeah, I 100% understand that sentiment. Well, anyway, here is to getting back on our schedule, viewers, of our first and third Thursdays of the month. Always having a wonderful time with knowing that we have somebody who we can have on the show as our surprise guest host, who was so much fun. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, and you're welcome back anytime, Wine Bitch.
Oh, thank you.
And viewers, thank you always for showing up each and every week. Again, it's been a long 2 years of COVID, but you make it all worthwhile. So thank you for being here. So on behalf of us all here at Hot Topics, I'm Sureg'ay.
I'm Cecil.
And I'm Wine Bitch.
Not a girl. She does better than Wineboy
girl.
on that one. Cheers.
Sure does.
Good night. Pay it forward, and we'll see you soon.
Ding.